Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Hakuoki Kyoto wins in Hijikata's route. And can I just tell you, first off, right? I don't know why we don't do this all the time, but I forget. But since we did the Spacey Go board and everything, what I've been doing, and I've been doing it a lot, I've forgotten a lot too, but I'm doing it more often in Collar X Malice, is looking every time a new character comes up and goes, oh, let's see if their voice actor has been in anything, even though we don't listen to the voice acting, right? Has been in anything. And I was like, did we ever look and see if Hijikata's been in anything? Okay, no, we have not. We have not, because we would have fucking noticed. Okay, I'm not going to tell you the first one I saw, because that one, it gets better if you go backwards. He was Mr. Bucket in Bad Apple Wars. Again, I know we didn't listen to the voice acting, but holy fucking shit. Hijikata, Mr. Bucket in Bad Apple Wars. And even better, the first one I noticed when I literally started scrolling down, I'm like, hey, let's see what he's been in. And I'm like, no! He was Yuzuki in Seven Scarlet. Just stop for a second and think of fucking Yuzuki. He's the gruff manager. And think of Hijikata and go, yeah, they pretty much have the same fucking scowl on their face. I can see it. And you don't know, Mr. Bucket must have that same scowl on his face underneath his bucket head. But I just thought you guys would find that interesting. Because I did. And you know how much I love this. I know it's not our code realized, boys. And that doesn't really get you any points on the board. It's just for funsies. Because I love doing this. I love now going and I literally have a guy thing. So I can like click and go, what are they in? He's been in a bazillion things. So apparently he's like, you know, like the man. One of the mans when it comes to voice acting. Because, you know, some of them are like in fucking everything. Obviously, we've fucking seen. I can't even. Anyway. I mean, for God's sake, Sebastian's in fucking Hakuoki. There's a bazillion characters, though, so it's understandable, but I still can't. It's just. Anyway. You know. Poor Sebastian didn't get to be in the anime because Ryoma's not in the anime. They mention his name, but he's kind of like in every other path in this where they like mention a guy's name and they're like, he was murdered, and you're like, wait, what? You only see him in Saito's path because they were like, let's just throw him in there. Let's make this hot guy. Let's get Sebastian to do his voice. Yes! Anyway, I just thought you'd be interested in that because I know it intrigued the fuck out of me when I saw it. I love it! Anyway. What the fuck? I'm not screaming eek. It's just, no, we can't do that anymore. I heard a sound from outside and it made me jump. That sound, could it be? That's right, we were getting attacked. I'm sorry for bothering you so late, but this is an emergency. I heard Shimada from the hallway. Yes? The door snapped open as Shimada stepped in. I said yes, not come in. His eyes darted back and forth nervously and his body was tense. It's okay, we can trust him. Has something happened? The demons have attacked us. Here. What? They're after you, which means you need to stay here. But I was the reason they'd come here. Yeah. How can I justify sitting on my hands while others fought my battles for me? I didn't know what to do. Hold on. Go find the others. I have to go, Shimada. I can't let you do that. The commander made sure I don't let you come out. I can't let you do that. Shimada, who's like 6 times our size, because the other guys are at least 3 to 4 times our size, and he is like a goddamn giant. Okay, he is like a fucking built like a truck and like just 8 feet tall, okay? Your little ass is gonna run. Shimada, just grab her and be like, I'm just gonna hold you by the back of your fucking kimono and be like, you're not going anywhere. He's just gonna literally hold us off the ground and be like, look, Commander said no. Like, what are we gonna do? Look at him wrong? Oh, no, you're hurt. I mean, he seems like a nice big teddy bear. But I'm just saying. Like, he can fucking stop us. Those demons are here for me. If anyone gets hurt, maybe they'll listen to me. That's why they're here, right? What if I can convince them to leave peacefully? Please, I'm begging you. Let me go. We know that they're here for me. So if I could convince them, maybe Kazama and the others would hear me out. Shimada's brow furrowed, and his mouth drew into a tight line. But at last he sighed, shaking his head. Fine. If you're going to be that insistent, don't think there's anything else I can do, aside from literally, like, holding you by the reins. Like, I mean, just seriously, Shimada. I was told to protect you, though. So if you're going, then so am I. Is that all right with you? Sure. That'll be fine. Yeah, please? I'd be smarter to stay here. I'm an idiot. You probably shouldn't come, Shimada. You're probably going to get dead. No. We ran out of the house, and then I paused momentarily, unsure of where to go. This way, Yukimura. He actually manages to survive most of the time, I think. The second he said that, something passed right in front of my eyes. His big body flew. Oh, well, I mean, you're gonna get hurt. Ah! He flew several yards through the air, and then hit the ground hard, sliding another few feet before lying still. Shibata! It all happened so quickly. I tried to run up to him, but then... Pause to be a dick. It was occurring to me when I said, like, Shibata's gonna get dead, and then I was like, well, no, he manages to live, unlike Yamazaki and Inoue. I have not watched the last episode of the anime yet, but I read the comments, and everyone's like, I can't, the pain, oh my god, and they're all sad. And, like, it's because, like, obviously, because Yamazaki dies, apparently, in the anime. And I was literally thinking to myself, like, wow, if you think this is difficult, you should play the fucking game where he dies, like, fucking 11 out of 12 times. I mean, like, Jesus! You get to the point, and I'm thinking maybe Inoue dies in the thing, too, and, like, nobody cares. We care. But I'm just thinking to myself, like, if these people are just devastated about having to deal with this once, like, they shouldn't play this game. Because, like, just think every single time you're like, we gotta go through this one more time, guys. We know Inoue's gonna die. One more time, guys. And it's like, but it's like it hurts every fucking time. We've gone through it a dozen fucking times, and it still hurts every fucking time. So, I'm gonna watch the anime and be like, meh, you know, I've already done this. That'll be the 13th time. Baker's dozen. There you go. But I thought it was just amusing that everyone's like sad, really sad about it. And I'm like, you don't understand. Watch that 12 times in a row and then tell me how much it hurts. Oh, God. Just where do you think you're going? That voice. I can never do his voice right anymore, but whatever. It's snarky and somewhat sexy. It's nice, actually, in the anime. I'm sure it's the same guy who does it in the thing, because that's what Japan does. They're really good about keeping the anime and the games the same voices, because they're smart. Not like we are like, the anime and the game are going to be different, people, just to piss you off when you play the game and you like the voices, and then you watch the anime and you're like, what the fuck is this monstrosity? I'm looking at you, Danganronpa. Fucking A. Monokuma's voice in the goddamn anime is so fucking irritating in the English version. It's not the same. Most of the other ones, I'm like, I can kind of deal with it. It's okay. Like, you don't, like if I listened to the game and then watched it would annoy me, but, like, I can, it's kind of like the difference between Jim Henson doing Kermit the Frog and whoever does Kermit the Frog now. Like, I know Brian Henson did it for a point, but I don't know if he still does. I don't think he does, but I don't know. But, like, you're like, I mean, if you compare back to back, you're like, it's like, no. But if you, like, you're like, it's decent. It's passable. I can handle it. Like, yeah. But not Monokuma. You're like, no. No! I can't even do the, like, I watched the Japanese version, I'm like, I still can't do Monokuma's voice. The American game Monokuma is the voice in my head that will always be perfect, and I can't handle anything else. But that's just because the one that I listen to so much, you know what I mean? Anyway. In the same instant that I recognized his voice, I felt his arm snake around my neck to pull me in. Sexy. Ugh! I struggled, but his grip was as immovable as steel. Let go of me! I heard the Yasei clan had visited you tonight. I'm sure they got you up to speed. You're a noble demon. It's beneath you to lay in the nest full of pathetic fakes. Come with me. You're like, no, I like my man harem. What, I get one of you? Here I get like a dozen? No, honey, staying here. It was obvious what he was referring to when he mentioned fakes. You've seen the pitiful attempts at manufacturing demons, have you not? Do you really think it necessary to help them in creating such abominations just to carry out their sick agenda and self-interest? I can't do his voice. I don't know what is wrong with me. I couldn't find a response. For obvious reasons, I wasn't necessarily in favor of the existence of Furies, but there are times when you have no other choice. Still, as an outsider, I'm in no position to say. And more than anything else, my father was the one responsible for the serum. I'll take responsibility. Oh! No? What happens if we say I take responsibility? We've never said that. We have never chosen that. Interesting. I'm really curious. Huh. I just assumed because we've never chosen that in anyone's path. I mean, I don't think it's going to be any different, but... Do you want to do it and then come back? Let's just save. Let's just save. You can see how fucking far I am. Okay, let's just save. Let's just say this. See what happens, and then we'll go back and do the right choice. Okay, anyway. Father was handling the experiment. As his daughter, I can't ignore it. Oh, we got romancy points with Kazama. Ah, that's an admirable attitude. But that doesn't mean I'd look the other way. Okay, so can I ask, though, why in the world we didn't end up here with Kazama, right? We didn't end up... Wait a minute. Oh! But we did end up here in Kazama's path. Did we not say that? We were supposed to say, I'll take responsibility of my father's place in Kazama's route. Did we not? I know that we had a problem where, like, the game didn't save, but I went back through... Oh, you know why? That's why. Okay, no. I had to go back through and play the game, like, I'll skip through everything, make the choices to get the CGs. But I think we'd already had this CG because we'd gotten here before. So I think I got the other CGs, and then I went back and I didn't finish skipping through. Okay, that's why. Never mind. Okay, so never mind. So we did make that choice. It's just the game doesn't register that we made that choice because technically my Vita had just turned itself fucking off. Well, my PSTV turned itself off and, like, I lost hours worth of playing the game and I had to go back through. So we just kind of skipped through, started where we were, blah, blah, blah. But everything I had done up to that point and all the CGs we lost. So I had to go back through and replay. But I didn't bother coming to this point because I got the CGs that we needed. Didn't bother skipping through. So we technically did say that. Just, okay. I was like, how have we never used this line before in this game? We did. My thing just doesn't register it because, again, we lost stuff. So, okay, that's fine. You don't even know anything about the Shinsengumi situation. You don't know anything. I just really wanted to say that dramatically. Anyway. So what? Even if I were to entertain their excuses, would you be asking me to turn a blind eye? Well, yeah. Just then. Breaking into our headquarters, huh? Takes balls. Yuzuki's face right there. Hijika's more handsome, but... A girl named Sen or whatever. You. This isn't a gathering place for demons. Fun's over now, pal. Are you ready? I can't do his voice, really, but anyway. Hey, man. I heard you're barging into our place to get yourself a wife. You'd think you'd get the point by now after all these rejections. I guess demons are very persistent. He's like, look, she said no, buddy. She doesn't even say no to us. Not that we ask, but she wouldn't. No, you're right, I wouldn't. I'm not saying I'd say no to Kazama either. He's going about it the wrong way, but he actually turned out to be kind of nice at the end. You were like, wait, you're not as much of a douchebag. Confused. Anyway. Ichigata, Harada. Behind them, I could see Yamazaki and several of the other Shinsengumi soldiers. Oh, Yamazaki, you're probably going to die here too. Not right now, but later. Some men were missing, though. Had they been injured by the demons? Perhaps even killed? No. Nobody dies till chapter 5, and it's Inoue and Yamazaki. Come on, girl, Jesus. Unless they're, like, side characters. We don't care about the rest of them. Like, none of the people that we actually speak to that have names, aside from Soldier, die, so... You fools have no idea of her worth. Demons are best fit to be with demons. You just want a purebred. Look, go hit up Sen. She may be a half-breed, but whatever. You just want me so that your progeny will be, like, super powerful, and that's just gross. You don't want me for me. You don't care about my hopes and dreams and aspirations. Not that I have any. Probably don't. She's most valuable when used by a fitting partner. Yeah, see, you say things like this, and it's so creepy. Like, when we went down your route... Maybe we skipped some of the creepy things, but, like, it didn't seem as creepy. You didn't say disturbing that she's most valuable when used by a fitting partner. Like, ew. Like, ew. Dude, ew. Ha! So you decided to take her against her will just because you're too scared of the rejection you'll get from flat out asking her out, huh? You're so lame and creepy. I love Harada. Yes, Harada, high five. Ready? Nose boob. She's worthless to you as a hostage. Even if you take her as a hostage, I'll kill you regardless without any hesitation. I'm gonna fucking take her, goddammit. Yeah, we're okay with that. He didn't actually say that. You know he was thinking it. We hope he was. I have no intention of using her as leverage. I wouldn't have to anyway with the likes of you. The ring of men around him began to draw in. I could feel the tension build, like a rope being pulled taut. Soon it would reach its breaking point. What was I going to do? Try to attack, I'm assuming. Yeah. I'm assuming because we haven't had this option before, but yes, we're back. Yeah. You don't even know anything! I still just like seeing that on the guide. It's just, but Daddy, I love him! That's so dramatic, Little Mermaid. Kazama had a good hold on me from behind, but he hadn't bothered to restrain my arms. Bite him! There was nothing I could do. I wouldn't dare to attack him. He just said, try to attack! I wouldn't dare to attack it. Shakes remote. Shakes controller. Did I not pick the right option? Didn't I pick try to attack? I did. I picked try to attack. Okay, what the fuck is she not doing what I told? I wouldn't dare try to attack him. Bitch, I told you to attack. It's like the worst. She's like the worst at listening. Try to attack. No, I couldn't. Why did you give me that option? Or perhaps he thought that even if I did, he'd have no difficulty dealing with my attacks. Don't overanalyze it. Just bite him. I wasn't foolish enough to think I might actually beat him in a fight, but at least I could try and defend myself. Bite him. I jerked my sword out. Yeah! I attacked Kazama with all my might. However, Kazama easily dodged my swing. Yeah, because you suck at this. After living with them for like 3.5 fucking years, you should be way better, is all I'm saying. His hand slid to my wrists, and he twisted viciously. Ah! Ugh! It was strong enough that I thought for a moment my bones would break. With a cry, my sword flew from my fingers. How dare you point your sword to your future husband? I guess you truly have no idea how powerful I am. I'll just have to discipline you. What is wrong with me that you were like, how dare you point your sword to your future? I'll have to discipline you. And you're like, you son of a, that sounds like fun. Wait, no, son of a bitch. Like, you bastard. Wait, am I okay with this? No. Yes? No, I don't. We should have done that in your route. We would have been like, hack him. Oh, okay, are you going to discipline me now? In this route, we don't like that. In your route, we might like that a lot, is all I'm saying. We could be down for some of that. What are you... Where are you looking at? I'm your opponent. My aborted attack had distracted Kazama for only a split second. But that was all the time Hijikata needed. Well, instead of announcing, like, don't look at her, look at me, you should have just, like, rammed him right through the back and been like, well, this is why you don't take your eyes off the prize, motherfucker. Within the space of a breath, he closed the distance between himself and my captor, the tip of his blade leaping toward Kazama's throat. Damn it! And if you hadn't announced yourself, you could have just lopped his head off. All I'm saying, Hijikata, is just be like, look out. Almost too quickly to see, he leapt out of the way. Hijikata's blade hissed through the air centimeters from his neck. A lesser man, or a human, would have been dead. And so for a moment, Kazama's demon strength and reflexes were focused on the sword at his throat. Kick him in the shins! That moment was enough time for me to break free and punch him in the nuts. Not punch him. It'll take him out, don't worry. Okay, but see, you're ruining it. Because he's all aggressive and sexy and like, you know, whatever. And you just ruin it with all how derpy you are. Again! Your eyes are like half the size of his head. Why? He gripped my arm and my body was jerked into him. Hijikata? I felt a gentle, powerful arm curl around my body, catching and sheltering me at the same time. And she's like, oh, sweet Jesus, I'm going to faint. That's a better idea. Oh, you were supposed to stay in your room. You're a real pain, kid. Yeah, but you love me. I know, I'm sorry. That was like, but you love me. I know, I'm sorry, but you... Ah! But you love me, right? Still, you did good. What? Wouldn't have had the opening without you. Good job. Oh, you can praise me later. Praise from Hijikata was not something I was accustomed to. I opened my mouth to say I wasn't sure what. To say I wasn't sure what, lick him? Ah. Like, what the fuck did you do that for? I don't know. I just wanted to lick your face. Like a weirdo. Shouldn't play these games. Hijikata or whatever. You get those dirty hands off of her. The girl is mine. I'll not give her to a mere human. Kazama had recovered quickly from the attack, and his eyes smoldered with cold fury. Did you lose your balance, buddy? I'll pick him up in a minute. Sorry, man, but I can't hand her over. I love her too much. The Shinsengumi's responsible for her now. We gave our word. No going back. I felt his grip on me tighten as he spoke. Spacey Yukamura, come with me. You're a member of an honorable demon clan. You shouldn't be associated with the likes of them. Even their existence is despicable. The image of Shimada being relentlessly thrown against the wall flashed before me. Even if I was part of a demon clan like he was. No! I'll never join you! I'm staying here! Now please leave! Yeah, that's gonna work. Okay, you said please. You would choose a simple human then. It's Hijikata, he's not really simple, he's pretty complex. Ha! Too bad, Kazama. Who would have thought I'd get to see you get rejected by a girl? That was pretty epic. Kazama's like, I'm too beautiful. Sweeps his hair out of his face. Pushes his bangs aside. God, I'm usually the one rejecting women. I know, right? But, like, it's probably because you don't get all rapey with them and, like, you're gonna come with me, I'm gonna discipline you, my future wife. Gross. Shut up, Shiranui. Oh, no. Ichikata was having trouble with Kazama alone, and now we also have Shiranui to deal with. No, you don't. Just then. Oh, I was gonna say, Harada's gonna be like, I'm gonna kick your ass, bitch! They got a bromance going on, those two. Like an evil bromance. It's like such a thing, like frenemy bromance. Hijikata, my apologies for being late. Oh, Sonnen. The Fury Corps will be your opponent. Sonnen! Sonnen! I can't. Sonnen! I can't scream in his voice right now, I don't know. You there. You sure were saying some funny things a little earlier. If my memory serves me correctly, I think you were saying something like we were imitators. This is an excellent chance for you to witness our tremendous strength. Sonnen's hair was stark white, and his eyes were red. He led the Fury Corps toward Kazama and his men. These men are fresh, ready to fight. What would you do? So? They have a whole army of these chumps, and they wouldn't be a match for us. Run away like girls. Wait, no. Girls would not have started this fight. Like, bitch, I'll mess you up. But run away like chickens. Go, run away, like the scared little boys you are, because they run away from everything. You know, they're so tough. They're so tough. They claim they're so tough, but they start fights and then they leave. I say we take them apart. We gotta get rid of them eventually anyways. No need to dirty my sword with fake demon blood. Hoi! Kazama! I'll do you a favor and step down today. But this doesn't mean that this is over. I'll be back for the demon woman. Look forward to my return. God, you say that all the time, and then you always run away with your tail tucked between your legs like a chicken. Hey, wait, you bastards! Ichikata tried to run after them. With no further deliberation, they leapt over the wall to the street and were gone. Actually, it's really funny in the anime. I laughed my fucking ass off because they have like this whole battle, and like Shiranui and Kazama like walk away, and fucking Amagiri like bows to them and then leaves. He's like, "Hey, thanks for the fight," and then leaves, and you're like, that is just so fucking hilarious that he's the polite one. He's like, "Hey, sorry for the mess. Like, are you good to clean? Okay, thanks." Like, sorry to leave your place like in shambles and some of your men dead, but like, good fight, guys. Woo! And like, what the fuck was that? Like, why are you being so polite? You just came in and tried to kidnap someone and you killed a bunch of people and then you're like, thanks for the hospitality. Oh, it's just great. I love it. I love how polite he is. What should we do? Should we go after them? No. We can't afford to let the civilians in Kyoto see any of you guys. Understood. and then we'll call it a night. My body sagged with relief as the terrified energy of the last few minutes quickly ebbed away. Hold me, Hijikata. Hijikata, thank you. No need to thank me. We had our own reasons for wanting to protect you. Really? What were they? It's because you love me? Just hurry back to your room. Okay. Hijikata then ordered the warriors to check for any casualties at the compounds. His face was cold and hard, the face of the demon of the Shinsengumi. As the last of his warmth left me, I shivered in the cold night air. Just want him to hold me while I sleep. Okay, but can you come hold me so I can sleep? After time passes to the following day. Good morning, everyone.
Ah, good morning, Yukimura. Did you sleep well last night?
Seriously, fucking Inoue, I love you, but good God. Oh, yes, you're like, really? Inoue. Inoue, you know the demons attacked.
Oh my god, did they? I was in a sound sleep. It happens when you get to be old.
Okay. I just love Inoue. He's like, did you sleep well? Like, sure. You don't have to lie. Why'd you even ask? I love you, Inoue. I do. You ask, you're trying to be nice, and you're like, you know the answer. Why would you even ask that? You're so adorable. Anyway.
You don't have to lie for our sake. We can tell how well you slept by looking at your face.
Oh, that's me. How's Shimada doing? The hit knocked him out, but aside from some bruises, he seems to be fine. He'll be back on duty soon. Really? Oh, what a relief. Shimada wanted to apologize to you for not doing a better job. What? I'm the one who should be apologizing to him.
Oh, morning, Asami. Uh-oh, what's happened? You don't look to be in a good mood. You've got a scary enough face to begin with, Kondo.
I'm gonna miss Inoue so fucking much. Because he just says things that shouldn't be funny, but they're funny, like,
Oh, your face is terrifying. You always look scary to begin with. You should look scarier.
Like, what is that? You're so, like, even when you're like,
oh, terrible things are happening.
it just sounds adorable and happy. I can't help it. Oh, Inoue, gonna miss you so much, buddy. The next game's gonna be rough without you.
Look, you're even scaring her.
No, I'm not scared. No need to hide it. You can admit that you're scared if you're scared. But I wasn't saying... Sorry about that. I meant no ill will. Forgive me. He gave me a tight grin, but then looked down, his face grim. I wondered what was the matter. He's acting different. Please don't apologize. Please just tell us what happened. Oh, we have to move. Well, you'll find out soon enough, I suppose. He wasn't just talking to me anymore. The rest moved closer to hear what he had to say, because I was like, we're not in our final place. Yeah, I forgot about that. Nishi Hongwanji doesn't want the Shinsengumi here anymore. They're telling us to leave, you mean? Well, I didn't say that in so many words, but yes.
I had a feeling this day would come eventually, but now that it's here, what should we do?
The monks at the Nishi Hongwanji temple were imperialists and allies of the Choshu. They'd never been fond of the Shinsengumi, but we decided to force our way into their temple anyway. It was no surprise they wanted us out, but I'd finally begun to feel like the temple was my home. I mean, like, legit. Like, they don't subscribe to your political beliefs and you were like, fuck you, I'm taking your shit. Kind of douchey. I understand their reasoning, but it's still kind of douchey. I was sure I wasn't the only one who felt that way. Still, this is awfully sudden. Do you think last night's incident triggered this? I don't have to think. I know. They don't want fighting on the temple grounds. Can't blame them for that. I'm sure someone else has had a hand in this too. Choshu, maybe. Or Satsuma. The ruckus last night was all because Kazama and his men wanted to abduct me. I'm sorry. This is all my fault. Get over yourself. Not everything revolves around you, Spacey. Actually, it does, but not true. We came to this temple and forced them to yield to our admittedly unreasonable demands. But what are we going to do? If we have to move, then we need to start looking for a new location. Actually, we don't. We'll be provided with a new site, courtesy of the Nishi Hongwanji Temple. What?
That's awfully generous. They must really want us gone.
Yeah, on both counts. Which is why I decided to accept their offer. Things are gonna get busy around here soon. A plot of land was purchased and a new compound was built. All paid for by the Nishi Hongwanji temple. They're like, please get the fuck out of our temple. Look, we'll buy shit for you. I'm like, we'll buy you a nicer place, a nicer plot of land. You got all this fucking awesome shit. Like, get out. Like, it's awesome. It became the third headquarters for the Shinsengumi, the Fudoto village location. In the new location, there was a big bath where a dozen or so warriors could bathe together, and even new dojos. That sounds inappropriate right there. You're like, oh, there's some shenanigans going on there. The new warriors were clearly excited about it. By the time summer came, the Shinsengumi had left Nishi Hongwanji, where they'd spent more than 2 years. I mean, they built that shit fast, is all I'm saying. September 1867. September 1867. Were we shocked about that? I was. The colors of the countryside had begun to change. Autumn was coming. Winter is coming. I just finished cleaning up after breakfast and was serving the tea when... I looked again, but he was nowhere to be found. Where had Hijikata gone? Oh my god, is he playing hide and seek with us? Yay! As I thought back, I realized he hadn't been present for breakfast either. Maybe I should take some tea to his room, or food. Knock, knock, knock. It's Yukamura. I brought you some tea. Come in. Thanks. I slid the door open and stepped inside. Oh. Thanks. Anywhere's fine. Okay. I swallowed and hurriedly looked for a place to set the tea down. Felt rude to stare, but... Oh my god, he doesn't even have his hair up. His hair is just all down. Guys, it's majestic. Look at his fucking majestic-ass hair. Jesus. Good fucking lord. How do you grow hair like that? Like, my hair's been growing for years and it's nowhere near like that. His hair usually... men always have nicer hair and gorgeous eyelashes. Fucking assholes. His hair, usually tied up tight at the back of his head, flowed loose and dark around his shoulders. I know, right? It's like a goddamn waterfall of amazing... What? You brought your tea? Do you need something else? No, I'm just really distracted by your glory. Can I brush your hair? No, not really. Why are you here? Don't have time to talk. I hesitated for a moment, but... isn't your hair in the way? Yes. Don't have time to tie it up. Too much to do. Look, I've got mountains of this crap to sift through. He was right. There were stacks of documents everywhere, and it seemed like he was in a bad mood, but I don't have time to tie it up. Girl, pull it back. Hairband. It's not hard. What do you do? Like, get an elastic on your wrist like every other girl, and it's easy, honey. I got this. Girl, get out. Spacey. Yukamura, get out of the way. This Spacey's got it. All right, grab his hair, pull it. There. Now it's in a cute, messy bun. It's in a man bun. We're going to call it the man bun. It's going to be a new thing. And people are going to hate it, but it's still going to be cute no matter what. You may say you hate it, but you secretly like it. Every time he had to brush a stray strand out of the way, I could see him getting even more frustrated. Oh my god, is she going to pull his fucking hair back for him? I can't handle this. I could tie it up for you. Oh, sweet Jesus. Why is this so sexy? I don't like it when people touch my hair. You don't like it when people touch your hair? What is wrong with you? It feels amazing. Oh, I see. I immediately regretted asking. After a moment of silence, he sighed. But I appreciate your gesture. See, these things... In an instant, he tied his hair up. Literally took him 4 seconds. He's like, done. You're like, you didn't have 6.2 seconds? Now I can focus on my work. Ichikata, have you even eaten breakfast? I can make you some rice balls or something. You want me to feed them to you? I mean, I could literally hold the food while you work. For a moment, I wasn't certain if he'd forgotten about me entirely. Or if he was thinking over my offer. No, I should be finished by lunch. And then I can go to the hall and eat a lot. His voice was calm and slightly distracted. I think we already did this, because, well, no, we didn't get that scene, but we did have a scene where we asked him, is there something you'd like to eat? You deaf. Told you I don't have time to eat right now. What I meant was that I'm making lunch today. So if there's anything you'd like, let me know and I'll see if I can make it. For the first time, he turned around to look up at me. Then he laughed. Yeah, but who cares? I love you. What? Nothing. If you make what I want, the other boys are going to be pissed. Well, let them be, pissed. Then they can be as mad at me as they want. I mean, you're working so hard, and I can't really help, so I figured the least I could do was make you something nice to eat. He's like, you're such a good wife. I know. I saw his eyes flick to my tightened fists, and he sighed. He's like, you're gonna make him. Yes! I don't like people touching my hair. Oh, that's so disappointing. I want to do it. You should have been like, that would be a little bit odd. Like, kind of got food on the brain, huh? Guess it could be worse. Then please, tell me what you want to eat. I love him so much. You try and back out after I tell you, and you're on my shit list, clear? Last chance to back out. But if you're up to it, you can make something that'll put a smile on my face. And the gauntlet's thrown. Okay then, let's hear it. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away! No, I'm sorry. Takiwase? Alright. How about some, is it takiwase? Okay, I'll do my best. It would take time to simmer each of the pieces, but the dish wasn't too difficult. Just time consuming. I could do this. Good. Looking forward to it. Your cooking's gotten better lately. Huh? I don't get a lot of food around here that takes any kind of time to make. I think you can handle it, though. Hearing such a direct praise left me startled and stunned for a few seconds. I was like, yeah, I'd be like, so what I heard was order pizza. Got it. I quickly tried to hide my smile. I'm sure you'll like it. This time of year, we get lots of fresh vegetables. Ingredients aren't that important. Just make sure you get that Edo flavor. He smiled suddenly, and it looked surprisingly peaceful. The smile lit a fire in my heart. I would make a delicious meal, and nothing would stop me, short of death. All right, I'll be going then. I bowed quickly and began to back out of the room. Hey, Yukimura. Yes? I spun around. Do I really look that tired? Yeah. No, that's not what I meant. It's just, I feel so useless all the time. I want to help out, but there's just not much I can do. He frowned slightly and was quiet for a moment. I can't say how it looks to you, but I only do the jobs I can. If I can't do something, I give it to someone who can. It's part of my job, too. Determination is good, but if you can't do something, you can't do it, right? Yes. He was clearly being serious, but I couldn't figure out what he was getting at. He kept talking. How do I... What I'm saying is you don't need to give yourself more work. Just do the jobs you can do. But if I did that, then I'd barely be doing anything. He's like, you clean this whole entire fucking place, and you do the laundry, and you cook for us, and you're just emotionally take care of us. Woman, fucking A, take a break. The men are telling you to take a fucking break. Take a goddamn bonbon break, bitch. I'm like, I just want to take a break. Oh, come on, seriously? I, worked for 10 hours today. Not even. I worked 6 whole hours, and it was hard. Oh, yeah, and I worked 10, and I still gotta come home and cook and clean and, do this. And, I gotta take care of the kids if you have kids. Fuck you! Look, if you're a stay-at-home housewife, then, understandable. That's your job. But I had to be the housewife on top of being never having kids, so I will not be the mom. On top of that, and on top of actually having a full-time job. You know what? Fuck you, dude. They're literally like, look, you do enough around here, you're fine. Just because you can't be a warrior and you can't, do some of this paperwork, it's fine. Honey, who do you think cleans this fucking place? Me? Yeah! Have you seen the size of this shit? You're living with a bunch of dudes. If you were living with a bunch of women, it'd be worse because women are gross. But still, just saying. Still living with a bunch of dudes, it's still kind of gross. So, it didn't seem fair. You being here gives the Shinsengumi something to stake its pride on. Never considered that. No, not really. He looked away with a gesture that looked almost like a shrug. Point is, we'll keep you safe. Stop worrying. What? Don't trust me? No, that's not it. I mean, just put on a brave face and stop worrying about what you can't control. That's what the rest of us try to do. Hijikata... My chest felt warm. Anyway, lecture's over. Sorry for holding you up. He took a sip of his tea, then turned back to the stack of papers. Thank you. I knew he was driven by a determination to never lose to the demons, and that asking for help from others wasn't part of who he was, but to hear him say that my presence, in and of itself, was part of that determination, even though he couldn't see me, I bowed deeply as I left the room. I'm sure he can see you. He's got fucking eyes all over the place. Wait! But they didn't show us cooking his lunch if he enjoyed it. Did he enjoy our lunch? Did he like or whatever the fuck we were making for him? Closure! November 1867. A gust of wind stripped some of the last stubborn leaves from the trees and sent them skittering across the Kyoto street. It was cold, and it bit into me through my clothes. I shivered. It's almost winter, isn't it? Yeah, the wind's gotten pretty cold lately. Still, we don't have it too bad during the day. I can't imagine how cold it gets for the night, guys. He laughed as his breath turned like smoke. Ah! Fingertips were icy cold, and I blew my breath on them. That scared my bird. Not the but the What the fuck? What's up, booger? Scared? Sorry. You were scared of the weirdest shit. Are your hands cold? Would you like me to hold them? No, I'm not that cold. I'll be fine. Yeah. Are your hands cold? Want me to hold them? I love you, Harada. Oh, I noticed someone walking towards us. Hey guys, ain't today great? He is the only one not affected by the cold. What? You're the one to talk, man. Look at what you're wearing. Seriously, your chest is all exposed. Their bickering might have looked odd to a passerby, but I knew it for the sign of deep friendship that it was. Romance. What's up? Why are you grinning like that? Probably thinks your face is funny, Shinpachi. You really ought to do something about that thing. No, it's just, I was just remembering when we met up like this before. Like the time we met Kaoru. I was with Okita and Heisuke then, though. More than 6 months had passed since Saito and Heisuke left to join the Guardians of the Imperial Tomb. It's okay. Saito's just there as a spy. Harada and Shinpachi's faces turned grim as I trailed off. I shook my head, hoping vainly to cast off unpleasant thoughts. I just mean there's been so much going on lately. It makes me nostalgic. The Shinsengumi has changed. Hell, so has the rest of the world. Yeah. But man, who would have thought there would come a day when we'd be promoted to a Jiki-san? Jiki-san, yeah, what is it? It was right around the time when we moved our headquarters to Fudoto Village, right? I remembered there was a handful of people who said they were going to leave, and it was a big debacle. There is a distinction, though, between those who were able to leave the Shinsengumi, and then those who were forced to enter the Fury Corps. Kondo seemed to be thrilled about becoming promoted to a Jiki-san, but how do you guys feel about this? I mean, I don't know what that is, so. I'm not really a fan. Yeah, I didn't do all this work just so I could be a retainer for the Shogun. Okay, there you go. That's kind of an explanation. Kondo's promotion had changed the Shinsengumi's relationship with the Daimo. Where before we'd only been philosophically aligned with the Shogun, now we answered directly to him. Oh, well, now we're fucked, come the war. For some people, that was a serious problem. Rumors floated around as we began to move to our new headquarters. So, what's this going to change for us going forward? I heard a few months ago that the Imperial Prince had become the new Emperor. I think there was a restoration of Imperial rule last month, right? Supposedly the Tokugawa shogunate returned power from the government to the emperor, right?
Yeah, supposedly it was Ryoma Sakamoto's idea. I heard that because of that. The Satsuma and Choshu were really pissed at him because they were going to use this opportunity to fight for power.
Instead of, like, getting it for free. Okay. Well, he already had a target on his back from the shogunate supporters, so now he's basically hated by every ronin in Japan. And that's why he did. But he was so beautiful. But, you know, we never met him in this path, so.
But then, now there's just no cause for the Satsuma and Choshu to start a war. So for now, guess they're going to just keep things like they are for now.
So for now, I guess they're just gonna keep things like they are for now. Why use the word now? That's right. The shogunate is gonna remain as it is, and the Tokugawa will still be the largest daimyo. I can't say that. I mean, clan in Japan, whatever. Still, there's the chance of the Satsuma having something up their sleeves, but we have no way of knowing.
Well, as long as the shogunate doesn't call their bluff, nothing's gonna happen.
You see, as I looked around the city, it seemed like he had a point. Nothing much seemed to have changed. Ooh, drama. Inns were still bustling with travelers. Tea shops were still smelling delicious. You could still smell the burning incense from the temples scattered throughout the town. Life continued just as it always had, regardless of what the shogun was or wasn't doing. The city might look the same as it always had, but time flowed on regardless, and a great wave was coming that would carry all of us away. Bird! Again, what is wrong with you? Go in your cage and drink your water. Why are you so dumb? Why do we have to have this conversation all the time? Oh, you are the dumbest. I love you, but you're so fucking stupid. Do you not know how to drink out of your water bottle after, like, you've had it? You've had that water bottle for, like, probably almost 2 fucking years. Do you not know how to drink out of it? What is wrong with you? You are, like, mentally challenged. You're so fucking cute, but you're so fucking stupid. I looked up at Nagakura, and something occurred to me that I hadn't thought of before. Before I realized what I was doing, I'd opened my mouth. I didn't realize you were so smart, Nagakura. You know a lot about politics.
Didn't realize. Wait, just what did you think of me?
Well, let's continue our rounds. It's winter, which means it'll get darker faster.
You're trying to dodge the question.
You have a lot of muscles, and you don't act smart. Like, there was a man named Ryoma Sakamoto. He was a ronin from the Tosa domain, and had allied himself with the Satsuma and Choshu domains as well. For a time, the Kyoto Judiciary Commissioner, the Imawaragumi, and even the Shinsengumi were desperate to find him. After his orchestrations of the restoration of imperial rule, however, orders were passed down to leave him alone. I only had a general idea of who he was and what he'd done, but even I had figured out that he was an important person. So when I heard Inoue mention him, I listened. He dies in every path but his own. He is basically the Inoue and the Yamazaki. Except for, you never see him and you don't get attached to him. We only saw him once, and we only get attached to him because he's in the thing, and we know he's our romancy boy and he's goddamn beautiful, but...
Ryoma Sakamoto has been assassinated.
Are you serious, Gen? Do they know who did it?
Sakamoto had a lot of enemies. Could have been imperialists or loyalists. Hell, could have just been personal. In which case, my money's on...
Miura? Or Kishu? Ha! You think maybe they're looking at us for it?
Damn. The pastor was gonna get killed anyway.
I should have done him in.
That's, not very funny coming from you. In fact, weren't we specifically told to leave him alone?
I never met Sakamoto. In fact, I barely knew who he was. But I felt somehow that his death would shake the country to its core.
As you all know, there was a decision made far above us. Kondo was ordered to leave Ryoma Sakamoto alone. Unfortunately, the rest of the country is unlikely to see it that way. A scabbard belonging to a member of the Shinsengumi was found at the scene of his death. There has been a request for an official inquiry.
A scabbard? Is that really enough evidence? And how do you know it's Shinsengumi? Does it have like a fucking like name and address on it? Like, how do you know? Do you have special ones that are like made up for you? Because I just feel like it could be anybody's. If it isn't, I'm sure they'll just fabricate more. It's obviously a ruse. Who are they saying it belonged to anyway?
Actually, they say it was yours, Harada.
What? Really, Sano? Damn! Wish you'd brought me with you. Knock it off, Okita. Besides, my scabbard's right here. Man, this is idiotic. If you're gonna make shit up, do it better.
I don't suspect you, and neither does anyone else here. Unfortunately, I doubt the rest of the nation will extend you the same courtesy. I imagine they're having trouble determining the real culprit. There was talk that Kyotaro Miura from Kishu asked the Shinsengumi to kill Ryoma.
Miura, that was the man Nagakura had mentioned. He had some sort of personal quarrel with Sakamoto, which made him a suspect. He's just, again, a person that was just now being mentioned has never been mentioned before, but whatever.
Rando dude. I'm sure there's plenty of people who'd love to pin this one on the Shinsengumi. And unless someone did it and lied about it, there's no way it was us.
I'm like, I'm not a member of the Shinsengumi. I did it. Unless Sana decided to go do a little work off the books. The room fell silent. How is Sana these days? Our reputation is grisly enough, but even I think his night rounds are bad these days. It was true Sana was acting stranger and stranger. Although I didn't want to believe it, I had to admit it wasn't that difficult to imagine him doing something like that. It's so horrible. It's so terrible, but it is kind of does show you like the difference. So like when you're in Sanan's route, he's not nearly as... He's still a little douchey, but he's not as bad. It's like you kind of fix him a little bit. Like in this, he's just like all sorts of over the place because he doesn't have our love. When I passed him on occasion in the hallways, his eyes were dry and thirsty, as if he was always hungry for blood.
We'll have to be careful then. We can't let people learn about the Furies. About that.
Oh, hey, Kondo. Hijikata. Whoa. Yay! I knew this was like the part he was coming back, but I still love seeing his face!
Saito! The hell are you doing here?
I thought I was dreaming for a second. The most beautiful man on the planet is right before us. And Hijikata's there too. I'm just kidding. What, I love Saito, okay, he's my man, but there was no doubt. The man who'd followed Kondo and Hijikata into the room was the man who'd left to join the Guardians of the Imperial Tomb. Saito himself.
Oh, hello, Saito. It's been a while. What happened to the guard?
What are you talking about, in a way? There's no way Hijikata would allow anyone from the guard here. Oh, we're prohibited from even talking to them. Just shut up, alright? Starting today, Saito's back in the Shinsengumi. What? What? Oh, hold on a second there, Hijikata. We're glad he's back, don't get me wrong. But what happened with the guard and Ito? You're mistaken, but understandably, I was never one of Ito's supporters.
In fact, Soji joined Ito and his men as a spy under Toshi's direct orders.
And with that, everything suddenly made sense. They say that to fool your enemy, you must first fool your allies. And Saito had been doing just that. What? Come on, Saito. It's not fair for you to go off and have fun without letting me in on it.
Man, just about scared the pants off me. Not cool, Kondo.
This was all top secret. I'm sorry I had to keep it from all of you. It was a surprise, to be sure, but I was glad we'd have Saito back with us again. I gave him a tentative smile, but he only sighed and shook his head. It's too early to feel relieved. The last 6 months in the Guard have made it clear. Ito and his followers are going to take action against the Shinsengumi.
What sort of action?
Ito is going to expose the Fury Corps to discredit the Shogunate. There's even talk that he's working with Satsuma to that end. If the existence and creation of the monstrous Furies was to become public knowledge, Shogunate's reputation would be irreparably damaged, and the Shinsengumi would undoubtedly suffer as well. Even I could predict that. There's more. Ito plans to assassinate the chief of the Shinsengumi. You mean Kondo? He's like, no, the other chief. Kondo's face was tense, but he kept silent. He glanced over at Hijikata. The Guard is moving to destroy the Shinsengumi. You've already heard about Sakamoto, right? Yeah, some crap about me being the killer. Right. Well, You have the Guardians of the Imperial Tomb to thank. They've been spreading the rumor that Kyoto Miura of Kishu hired the Shinsengumi, and that Harada put the sword in him.
And he's like, but I use a spear!
And my scabbard's right here.
They're like, well, everybody else has 2 swords. Why do you only have 1?
Because I have a spear and a sword. And they got 2 swords. And I have a spear and a sword. Come on! Poor Harada. He can't win. Miura insisted that he didn't do it. But there may be dumbasses who believe that rumor and may attack us. So, Saito's going to be guarding Miura for now. Okay, so that's the guy he's watching. Okay. It looks like he just left and then came back. It'll be too hard for Ito to put 2 and 2 together. I understand. Until this matter is settled, it is better that I'm not seen here. Here Hijikata paused for a moment. The room was utterly silent. Every one of us could sense that what came next would be very, very important. Hashitaro Ito. It's not enough for you to expose the Fury Core. You have to try and kill Kondo too, huh? He spoke quietly, almost to himself, as if sharing a final moment with a former comrade. Then he looked up, and when he spoke, his voice was like cold steel. The voice of the demon. Sexy. It's too bad it has to be this way. We don't have a choice. Ito dies.
Well, I suppose you're right. Can't be helped.
Kondo nodded, and that was that. Shinsengumi would kill Kashitaro Ito. He's a terrible human being, but he's fun. He's like, another time, thank Jesus. First, we invite Ito to Kondo's second home. I'll be there too. Kondo's second home, where he bangs his mistresses. Even though he doesn't have a wife anymore. Once he's dead, we can use Ito's corpse to lure out the rest of the guard and kill them. Nagakura, Harada, I'm assigning you and your divisions to this. Take care of it. Hey, Hijikata! Who do you want me to kill? No one. You're staying here in bed. You've still got that cough, don't you? You're sick. Saito will be here for a few days, so you'll have someone to play with. Saito's like, I don't want to play with Okita. He's mean to me. So you're telling me that you won't let me participate in the assassination of the person who was trying to kill Kondo? You're a real bastard, Hijikata. It all seemed very calculated for murder. I hadn't realized I'd been sitting still, in shock, until I felt a gentle tap on my shoulder. Saito? Oh, look at how precious you are. This will be the end of the Guardians of the Imperial Tomb. If we're going to return Heisuke to the fold, it must be now or never. He was right. If they meant to kill the guard, that included Heisuke. I couldn't keep sitting still, so I ran over to Hijikata. Hijikata... What? What are you going to do with Heisuke? He's part of the guard now.
Isn't that obvious? We'll save him, of course.
Nagakura said it as if it was obvious, but got cut off. No. He fights us, he dies. What? My mind went blank. I couldn't contain my heart from how fast it beat. No, you can't mean that. My voice started to shake. You're lying, right? I mean, you've known Heisuke for a long time. He's your friend. Ichikata stood up as if he wanted to push me away, and he left the common room. You're actually going to order them to kill Heisuke? So, just because he left the Shinsengumi, are you saying you no longer care if he dies or not?
Of course we care. I know that deep down Toshi wants to save him too. There's no way he could live with giving the command to kill a comrade who was part of our family for years.
Kondo appeared to be gripping his fist so tightly that it almost looked like he was bleeding. That alone said it all. I realized that in that moment how much Kondo was suffering, how much each one of them was suffering, even Hijikata. I'm sorry for saying that.
No need to apologize. It's expected. Makes me happy, quite honestly. Glad people care for Heisuke.
Kondo let out a slow breath, then looked up at me and smiled. He turned to Nagakura and Harada and spoke in a low voice.
I'm asking you this not as your chief, but as his Sami Kondo. Let Heisuke live, and if you can, try and convince him to come back. Got it.
His life is in our hands, huh? That's a lot of responsibility. What I should do? what I should do. What should I do? What could I do?
I trust everything's clear. If you have any questions, now's the time.
Wait. Kondo turned around and looked very surprised. I haven't been given any orders. I'd like to help.
This is a dirty job. There's nothing like the Ikeda Inn or Hamagori Rebellion. You really shouldn't be involved.
It was true. This wasn't a patrol or even a guarding mission. This was the assassination of a former comrade and an attack on men who'd split from the Shinsengumi. Still, I wanted to do what I could. It might be my last chance to see Heisuke. Please, let me go. I won't get in the way.
This isn't like anything you've done before. You understand that, right?
We're killing someone who used to be one of us. Much as we don't want to, we might even have to kill Heisuke. I know, it's not something to be taken lightly. I knew that the Shinsengumi had carried out these sorts of black operations before. There's no way I could have stayed with them as long as I hadn't not known. But I couldn't just let them shoulder all the responsibility. I never really got time, but I was done looking away until the deed was done. No more. Perhaps it's presumptuous of me to say so, but I consider myself a member of the Shinsengumi. And because we're going through this, I want to help everybody.
And you're determined to do this, I see.
His face had lost its usual warmth. It wasn't anger or cruelty that showed now, but the gravity of a general addressing his men.
Tell me then, how do you intend to help?
I'd already decided I would. Anything! No. I'll do anything! Stay here. No. Help with Ito. Please, let me help you with Ito. Kondo stared back at me, watching me with what looked like fierce determination, as if he was looking to analyze my own, and eventually...
Very well. You may accompany us.
Yeah, because I want to be with Hijikata! And plus, oh my god, we got to be drunk Ito. You guys are fabulous. Is this poison? We've already done this, but we get to do it again. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this part up here. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more. I got a little distracted and forgot how to do my outro. Okay, bye.